And he just fixes his face after getting, like, bone structure disorder. Like, he's had his face completely demolished, and he hits himself with a hammer. So clearly this works on biological things as well.
He's a masochist.
So, which leads me to believe that he's never had an erection in his life, and every time he sees one, he just hits his dick with a hammer.
What is this? What is it? Oh, I fixed it.
And he's just filled with semen.
Oh, God.
We're back to that again.
We have problems.
We have massive problems, but not as massive as the amount of semen that is just stuffed inside of Fix-It Felix Jr.
It just rips out while he walks.
It's like the episode of South Park with the taco that shits ice cream, except it's jizz and it just comes right out of him. This is a children's movie. What the fuck is wrong with me?
God fucking damn it. I'm sorry, I got the visual in my head. Fuck.
Every day he has to, like, drain himself. It's like there's a hose on his ass.
You know that one girl character in the building who really likes him?
You mean the one that's played by fucking Chastity, whatever her name is? She's a character act. She does a lot of different things. She does a lot of voiceover work. She was in Ferris Bueller. She was also in Elvira, the movie.
So Ralph goes back to the Fix-It Felix arcade cabinet, and everybody's gone, except for this one guy. Is, Mr. Exposition. He's like, well, the game's out of order, Ralph, because you fucked it up, okay? You fucked it up. We're all leaving. We're all gonna be homeless, Ralph. It's your fault. Anyway, here's the key. You can live here if you want. I don't fucking care.
You can be here all by yourself, you fucking dipshit cunt hole.
If I'm not anything, if not a man of my word, so here's the key. You can live here.
And then random MacGuffin time, he looks at the cabinet and there's the glitchy...
Hang on. He takes the key and he throws it at the actual plastic cover of the arcade cabinet, which knocks
the bezel.
Sign.
Called it the bezel.
Which, doesn't even work because that's not where the screen is. Like, with the arcade cabinet, they have a screen, and then the bezel is past that.
Yeah.
So, what the fuck? Anyway, so the screen goes... So he gets to actually see Vanellope is on the arcade cabinet of Sugar Rush. What? So he goes back and he interrogates a character that we have not even mentioned up until this point, which is Sour Bill.
He interrogates him in the most fucked up way possible, too.
I'm gonna lick you. No, you won't. So he sticks the entire character into his mouth.
He sucks on him.
Bill for a reason.
Which means he's actually threatening to devour this thing that just does. It's a victim of circumstance. It's called Sour Bill, and it's just very upset.
I like how his limbs are disconnected jelly beans.
And they also make clanking noises when they hit each other too.
Yes. Just like real jelly beans. When I force
I don't think they're jelly beans. I think they're just like parts of the hard candy that came off.
Either one is possible. So Ralph gets the information he needs, and he goes over to the dungeon, and he finds Felix. He takes a trash can full of car parts, and he has Felix fix them, because Felix is magic.
Yeah, of course he fixes it, and it runs better than before.
Of course.
Just Fix-It Felix fixed it. Why can't I stop fixing things?
He double taps. So,
Fungin.
yeah, to the
Fun dungeon.
You. It's Fun Dungeon. You see, it's a play on words. King Candy should have been played by Christopher Walken. Man, that would have been amazing.
Play on words. Fungin. Fun. I've got all this fucking candy everywhere. I'm playing this game. It's called Tetris. Shove all these in my ass.
I want this movie to be Christopher Walken. All the characters are Christopher Walken now. Clearly,
when this comes out on DVD, I'm just gonna have it come. I'm just gonna redub the King's lines with Christopher Walken.
Oh, we skipped a bit.
Yeah.
Felix was giving some exposition to the hero's duty girl about what it means to go turbo. You want to do that? You want to talk about that part?
Basically, yeah. I like the turbo thing, actually. That was one of my favorite things about the whole fucking movie.
Turbo
So
time.
there's this.
Turbo.
So there was this. So there was this game called Turbo, and it was apparently the most popular game. And then eventually, Road Blasters, one of my favorite arcade games ever. If you haven't played it, you drive a car and shoot things. It was a massively popular game that I think Williams made way back when. Anyways, it became popular, and then all of a sudden, in the game, because they had that way station where people would go through and everything, so the guy who was Turbo-tastic, he got really angry at not being played anymore, so he goes through it, jumps into the other game, and just randomly shows up, Turbo-tastic, and kills everyone, and it clearly, destroyed the game. It's like as if you took a Game Genie and just shoved it into an arcade game, and then threw some random shit in there.
I like how the kids playing the arcade even went like, wait, Turbo? He's not supposed to be... He's in that game. What? What's going on?
That's one of the kids actually says something about it. He's supposed to be in that one. Oh, well, the fuck?
So they unplugged both of those games, and everybody in them died. Except for one of them. Spoilers. Guess who it was? Yeah.
It was Road Blaster 1.
Yeah, clearly. So, back to the main story. Where are we? Okay, Vanellope is getting ready for the race, but the race is starting without her. 'Cause you can do that, apparently. 'Cause King Candy, and he's like, have some candy. Which he's...
Candy, time to go!
He says every
I love that
time.
voice that he used.
Yeah.
I love that voice in that movie, though. It's like Captain
exactly
Crunch mixed
kind of
with
voice.
Captain Kangaroo. It's fucking weird. It's the exact voice that you would think a king made of candy would sound like. Although it would have been so much better as Christopher Walken.
Have some candy.
We're gonna have a race. We gotta find out who's gonna be in the Avatar.
I love the fact that while they're racing, they all say their corny lines and act like it's normal. Ha ha, I'm ahead of you now.
It's just weird, and also the game itself is like a weird, bizarre... It's like a freeware version of Mario Kart, if it was done right.
Yes.
That's the only way I can explain it.
Like, all of the racers have their own special abilities, which again, considering you have 9 random racers every day, that's fucking genius. You have to keep...
The replayability of the game would be amazing.
Man, I want this game. I want it.
Let's hope they actually make it.
Is it gonna come out? It's gonna come out for the Wii. It's gonna have 3 playable characters.
I would assume it would come out for the iPhone.
Maybe.
It would be easy. I mean, I've got Sega All-Star Racers on my iPhone. It plays like shit. Taxi in the iPhone is the worst game ever made.
So, like, Vanellope gets into the race, and
fuck that.
Suddenly the movie becomes Speed Racer.
Yeah, well, it becomes Speed Racer, but in a good way, not in Speed Racer way.
In the good way. And so they're all racing, and then Ralph and Felix and the one chick, they're just kind of hanging out near the finish line, and the girl's like, Ralph, you remember earlier in the movie when you brought that bug in? He's like, no, we don't have to worry about that. Then suddenly a billion bugs come.
All made of candy now.
They're all, because they become what they eat, and they're eating all the candy. So they're becoming candy bugs, and it's amazing. And all the track is getting wrecked, and blah, blah. So Vanellope's racing. The movie suddenly made her endearing, even though she's played by Sarah Silverman, and it's kind of like, wow.
Hey, I like Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
Because I find her incredibly attractive.
That is true.
Anyways.
She has glitch powers. That makes her awesome.
And then there's also the fact that, like, all the other guys are dying these brutal fucking deaths.
But it's okay because it's their game.
Yeah, it's okay that they die in their games. Although, yeah, they did actually have Ralph die in the game, too. Felix, he dies a few times in the game. In his game.
Yes.
Ralph kills him that one time.
Well, yeah.
Guys, it's okay. He just died. What?
Okay. It's okay. I love how shocked everybody is when that happened, too. Like, they're about to pass out. I'm sure Skrillex threw up.
Why does Skrillex live in that apartment? What the fuck?
My theory is that he's in the background of Hero's Duty doing all the music, and then they just sort of invited him over. Kind of like Pac-Man.
Maybe they just threw Skrillex into the game.
Yes.
Like the actual Skrillex. He came in with the roach.
Yeah, he came in one day, and he's like, I'm gonna play this game in the back closet.
Oh, no. They actually explained where Skrillex came from.
Did they?
Beginning of the movie. The DDR machine.
Oh,
I'm serious. The DDR machine. She's playing like a dubstep, whatever song.
Huh.
She was dancing to it, and that's when they actually explained that. They said there's all sorts of weird shit that's actually explained, but not explained at the same time.
Jesus Christ, this movie. It's amazing.
It's like layer on top of layer on top of layer. It's like Inception, but for video game movies.
Yes.
Like when Chun-Li is just walking randomly with both Princess Daisy and Toadstool. But they don't look like Princess Daisy and Toadstool. They look like me versions of Princess Daisy and Toadstool. It's like, in the background, no one mentions it. Except for me, because I look at that stuff. And it was in 3D, and like they were just right there in front of me.
I kind of wish I saw it in 3D. But then I guess I'm going to have the retard giving reactions every 5 minutes.
Oh, you would have had it even better. You would have been scared of everything coming at him.
Yes.
Oh, yeah! Make the scary ride stop!
Candy, shouldn't be scary!
Oh, Rio. They're chanting and walking at me.
You're the scariest cookie!
Why is Wreck-It Ralph trying to punch me in the face?
No! Oh god, we go on so many tangents here on the Tidepool Orchestra.
Season 2, nothing but tangents.
The tangential season.
Why did you turn Jewish?
So anyway, the King Candy.
Oh,
King Candy is secretly Turbo. Oh no.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going on.
Yeah.
It makes sense as to how he would do the cheat code and everything, and they had that. It was written on Tapper bar napkin stuff.
I love that. The one thing I didn't like about Turbo is that they keep showing the 8-bit face, but then they keep showing a face that looks basically like King Candy, except painted white.
I don't know how he changed how he looks, either.
I'm guessing... what I think... Okay, here's the part that kind of bugged me in the movie. And bugs.
Yeah, bugs.
My theory is that Turbo went into the game, killed King Candy, and then placed his own code inside of King Candy's code, which is why King Candy's code is like such a huge block. But if Princess Vanellope was supposed to be, by the way, spoilers, if Vanellope is supposed to be the rightful ruler, why not just go into her code?
What I'm assuming is he interjected his stuff, or he wrote another piece of code into it, because clearly he can program things. They had him program stuff in it. Because that's how he merged with the bug. Well, no, he merged with the bug. The bug ate him, and then his programming took over the bug.
Which is cool. I like the fact
the MacGuffin of how they all die. It's just like, what? Light? Okay.
I love the fact that he keeps switching through his personalities too. He's like, part of him really wants to go near it, but then he shifts to the Turbo face, and then he has these bright yellow eyes that are just completely horrified. And he has this screaming expression. That's one of the most fucked up of all the Disney villain deaths. Is you have him.
Death. He gets melted to death.
He gets melted to death while screaming horrified, but at the same time he likes it.
It's like Beauty and the Beast where fucking... What's his name? He actually goes to rescue her, and he's doing all this stuff to... Yeah, Gaston. He's there to, like, save her, and he's actually saving her, and then all of a sudden Beast just straight up murders him, and she's like, oh boy, I'm gonna be with the murderer. What the fuck?
Beauty and the Beast is not a very good story. It's like, you should always trust the person who kidnapped your father and then decided to kidnap you instead, and his entire gift
forced him to... Yeah, he forced him to sell his daughter to him. And Gaston's just trying to stop this contract. Gaston's like, he's the unsung hero of the whole fucking movie.
Man, Disney.
And then he gets brutally murdered. And the Beast is a dick, and that's the whole point as to why his entire world is, like, fucked up. His castle, he had so many victims.
And then there's, like, the entire other movie that took place during Christmas, and, like, there was another character that... It was weird. I like how Wreck-It Ralph has a boss character that has 3 forms, and the third one is like a gigantic insectoid monster.
Yeah, it actually had a 3-form boss. And the insectoid monster, that's totally a reference to Ripley from Metroid.
Yes.
It's like, fuck?
And anyway, like, Vanellope wins the race, and she gets to be a racer, but then also it turns out she's a princess, because Disney.
You're skipping like the whole thing where she can't... Everyone's trying to evacuate.
Yeah, everybody's trying to evacuate because there are gigantic bugs just flying around, and everybody's running through trying to get to the Grand Central Station or whatever it is.
Yes, so you can actually escape the game. You will be homeless, but it's like...
Yeah, like Qbert. But because Vanellope is a glitch, she can't make it through. And then, you know, one of the bugs ate Turbo, so now he's just this gigantic bug. And so Ralph's trying to save everybody, but instead, you know, Turbo picks him up, and he's like, no, look, see that little girl? She's gonna die, and you're gonna watch her die, and that's what's gonna happen. Which is really fucked up.
And then he says, okay, we need a pillar of light. I know there's a pillar of light. There's this thing.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna turn on clipping and go through the wall.
Yeah.
And then he looks at this thing. I'm gonna fucking wreck it.
He's like, look, it's gonna be game over for you and her, and maybe me. I'm not really sure why I'm planning this out like this.
No, he said there's only gonna be one game over, and that's gonna be for me. He decides to kill himself.
He's like, I'm gonna fall down, I'm gonna punch it, but I'm gonna have some grand thought process.
No, he's not gonna punch it. He's not gonna punch it. What's he gonna do?
He's gonna fucking wreck it.
I'm gonna fucking wreck it.
I love the fact that we have this dramatic scene where he's like slowly falling because it's slowed down, and it's like all dramatic, but at the same time there are chunks of Mentos flying around him. This movie had a lot of product placement.
Yeah, it's Coke Mentos. Although they don't call it Coke, they say Diet Soda.
No, they
Diet
call it
Cola.
Diet Coke.
They say Diet Coke?
Yeah, they said Diet Coke, and when they're playing Sugar Rush, like when you see the kids playing, they have a Subway cup full of soda on
Oh, I didn't even notice any of that.
Yeah,
This movie had, like, product placement everywhere.
yeah.
Nesquik, Quicksand.
Quicksand. Sonic the fucking Hedgehog.
How about Laffy Taffy?
Yeah. Everything in Sugar Rush
It's
is...
product placement.
Yeah.
Which makes me want to play this game even more.
This game will never have all of the candies be the actual candies. There's no chance in hell.
There's so many little Japanese candies that they just don't even reference. They don't say anything about it in English.
Yes.
Like the Beer Papa thing. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was weird.
You didn't even know that was a Japanese thing. And I'm like, Beer Papa?
Vanellope's like, okay, well... No, wait.
She pulls out... I believe there's a scene in which they actually had a thing of Pocky, too.
Man.
I'm not fucking kidding. I think I saw that.
Man.
It's like...
Movie.
Fucking movie. It's fun. It's a good movie. It's just weird at points. I will say this. This is one of my favorite Disney movies. If not for the fact that like it's funny, it's good for the family. It's got like it's guys gonna fucking wreck it. Anyways, going back to the fucking story. There's so it turns out she's this princess because she crosses the finish line and it resets the game.
Yeah, it connects her back into the game somehow. She becomes a princess.
Because she wins and becomes a part of the avatar selection screen.
Hey guys, real talk. Her very first order is to have everybody who ever made fun of her executed. Which is fucking badass. I had no idea they were going to go there.
And they start crying and praying for their lives.
And
the one girl's, she goes,
fuck? and the girl's like,
well,
this
Felix
just
and
got interesting.
Ralph are just like, oh my god. And you
We were
immediately
helping this horrible girl do this. What have we done?
think,
This
right
blood
from
is
that
on our
moment,
hands.
just like evil music plays, just flames, her giant head comes up the thing.
Satan comes back in and he's like, oh, hey, guys. I'm in this
Oh,
game.
hi guys. Whoa, what the fuck?
Okay, I'm the Prince of Darkness, and I think you went a little too far. And she doesn't, like... it's a joke.
It goes on for a good uncomfortable 10 seconds where she just
Wait,
looks at them while this girl is crying. Her mascara is running down her face. She is so fucking scared.
Down on her
That
knees, begging for forgiveness. And Vanellope's just kind of standing there, waiting. It's like, nah, I'm just kidding. By the way, I'm now the president. I don't feel like being a princess.
That came out of nowhere. It's like, what? Democracy, y'all. Democracy. What?
Nah, I'm not really feeling the princess thing because I don't like the dress. But we're gonna have a democracy, and I'm gonna be your undisputed ruler. There will be no voting. It's like,
And you're all going to be executed.
well, I guess if we don't have to die, but what the fuck? This isn't... No?
She rolls it like an iron dictatorship, and Ralph is just doomed. Everyone. And not to mention she fucking cheats. She glitches everywhere.
Yeah, but it's like she's reconnected into the game, and the credits show that she can now game jump, so she's just fucking cheating now. Like, she retains the glitch powers for no adequately explained reason, and she uses them to win every race. Why would they let this happen?
I don't. I don't know. It's like Cruising USA, where you would do you hit gas and then brake, then gas, and then all of a sudden you could just go faster than everyone else in the game.
Yeah.
Apparently that's her.
Apparently, if you're following 3 other racers, you just automatically go in front of them, which you can use to win.
Yeah. And why doesn't Fix It Felix just like hit her on the head with a hammer and then it's fixed?
Because she wants to retain the glitch power.
Yeah, but clearly she's going to abuse the power, and she does.
Oh, by the way, when the little girl wins the race playing as Vanellope, and she fist bumps the monitor, the little retard guy in my theater starts flipping the fuck out, is crazy, and laughing hysterically. I'm just staring at him like, wow, you're really having a happy time.
And then he pulled down his pants and showed you his giant retard dong.
He starts pissing himself, he starts jumping up and down.
I'm going to hell for that guy.
Man.
It's like a baseball bat handle.
Anyway, so this all happened in one night, and Ralph and Felix are like, we have to go back to our own game. And the other girl's like, I'm gonna take this escape pod with me. Thanks, guys. Ralph, you still fucked this up, and I'm never gonna forgive you. And then she marries Felix.
He's the best man also at the wedding. He's also the best man at the wedding.
Yeah, Ralph is the best man, doesn't wear shoes at the wedding. Vanellope is there, so clearly she can game jump. Or they had the wedding in Sugar Rush. But considering the credits showed her game jumping with everybody else, that's, Yeah, no, they had the wedding in Hero's Duty.
Yeah, because,
Yeah, and nothing bad happened this time, and they show all of the guns aiming at the window just in case a bug attacks. Which is clever. I like that.
Weird, because they're all asleep during that time. The fuck?
Well, just in case.
Just in case Ralph goes up and goes, I'm gonna fucking wreck it.
Yes.
Anyway, so, yeah, and then this ending credit sequence, holy shit. Well, yeah, also he becomes friends with all the people at the building, and they all become friends, and then they make homes for the homeless video game characters.
Yeah. It's like, by the way, we also brought in all of the homeless Qbert characters for our arcade game. And that makes us retro, which I guess is cool.
It wasn't just them, it was all the different ones from all the different games that went bad. So that means they actually had like some of the things from Road Blasters, which was what the little TNT things. So they actually pulled in stuff from other games and put them in there too. So you could see exactly what games broke in this arcade. Hello.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like nobody mentions this. They're all gathering around the arcade machine, but it's like nobody's gonna question why Qbert and everybody else is in it.
Are you able to hear me at all or no?
Yes.
Now you're able to hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like there's a weird delay.
I was looking at the wall. I'm really tired.
Just stared at the wall. Fucking, I'm gonna
like,
wreck it.
My walls are green. My walls are green.
Anyway, so this ending credit sequence was amazing.
Yeah.
The music they chose could have been weirder, but Sugar Rush songs like Puffy Amiyumi, and then all of a sudden Sugar Rush, Sugar Rush. I'm like,
S-U-G-A-R, Sugar Rush, Sugar Rush. I'm sure Asian people hate me. I don't know.
I'm Asian.
Well,
I only half hate you, though.
That means you're only half offended.
I don't get offended very easily.
Yeah, the ending credits where they go through all the different arcade games and also Sonic the Hedgehog.
To fucking break that car.
It's like, oh,
Street
okay.
Fighter. He shows up, Ken's just breaking his car. And
The singers were AK...
Oh, fucking wreck it! And he breaks it.
AKB48.
AKB4. That's the people who actually make the song?
AKB48, a Japanese girl group.
Yeah, it's a catchy as fuck song.
It really is. It really is.
It's half in Japanese and half in English.
Which, you know, a lot of Japanese songs are like that.
Gosh.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah,
there's an
there's
actual... I think there's an actual Sugar Rush machine in Japan now.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
I want to play it. And then you know what I want to do? I want to fucking wreck it.
I'm gonna fucking wreck it!
I really want him to just say that once. I'm gonna fucking wreck it.
They would never.
Wreck-It Ralph, the fucking edition. Where we replaced the voice of the king with Christopher Walken.
Yes.
Lol. Saul, I'm gonna put you inside of my dungeon.
Huh. Ralph is going to be a playable character in Sega's upcoming game Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Which I guess, you know, that's an arcade game with Sonic in it, so...
Yeah. Well, Sega did a lot of stuff with
Except
Disney.
that's not an arcade game, it's for PS3 and 360.
Yeah.
And
But
3DS,
Sega did a lot of stuff.
And Wii.
Sega did a lot of stuff in this game, if you can tell.
Yeah.
I think they actually did quite a bit of promotional stuff, too.
I like this
Yeah, you know something?
this thing.
Most of the actual, if you notice, most of the actual talking characters, the retro characters, were Sega characters.
Oh, apparently they're talking about a sequel where they explore online and console gaming.
Well, they had characters from World of Warcraft in it.
Yeah.
I mean, Diablo 3, the Satan. Oh, of course, that's from the fucking Satan 6 game that was made years ago. Or the Devil's whatever, the weird game that came out years ago.
So, we've been talking for about 2 hours, and this
That's
is...
about as long as the fucking movie.
It's longer than the movie, and it's about 10 times longer than most of these podcast episodes are. Because it's supposed to be a 20-minute long podcast.
And now we've got... Let's do it as a Wreck-It Ralph special.
Yeah, this is episode 8, I think.
This is episode 8.
I'm just gonna call it episode 8, the Wreck-It Ralph special. Do you have any closing words? Oh, by the way, did you stay for up until the Pac-Man end screen?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did too. And
Your dad's like, come on, I have to go.
my dad's kind of looking over at me. He's on his phone already. He's like, so I'm guessing there's something at the end of the credits. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay. Everybody else
It was
left.
really awesome.
I looked down, retard guy left long before the credits were over. I'm like, aw.
He probably thought he was Wreck-It Ralph at that point.
He's like, I'm gonna wreck it.
I'm gonna fucking wreck it. He goes up to the fucking concession stand and just starts punching all the candy. Look at this guy.
He's
Really
like,
know that,
I'm in Sugar Rush. So anyway, I'm going to hell.
I'm going there with you. As is my website, fastfoodhut.com. Visit it. Click some ads.
I did some research. Turns out that site's not racist.
No. It's not racist at all. Not like the racist candy game I want to make.
I'm starting to think landbasedred.com might be racist, though.
Oh. I may be making you a theme song soon.
Hooray! I'm not going to release this episode. Well, I should probably stop the recording. Anyway, guys, this was Tidepool Orchestra episode 8, and
It's also it's the Wreck-It Ralph special where we talk about things that are not Wreck-It Ralph half the time.
this is the longest episode ever.
And finally, in closing, we need to say, I gotta fucking wreck it.
I'm gonna
fucking wreck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for listening to the calming sounds of the Tidepool Orchestra.